welcome to all our friends from Scotland. Thanks for joining us in our virtual Burns night here in Buenos Aires. As I explained to some of you before, we have people who only speak Spanish, so we try and do it a bit in Spanish, a bit in English. The program is, we're going to start with a biography of Robert Burns in Spanish, and then we go and we'll be reading some poems. I'll be calling you up. We've got 6 poems, and then we'll be sharing a video. We prepared a short video of 11 minutes, just with some musical acts. And then we'll finish with a toast. Bueno, ahí les comentaba, vamos a empezar con la biografía de Robert Burns, que nos la va a presentar Guillermo Santana Mackinlay. Después vamos a escuchar la lectura de 6 poemas. Después vamos a compartir un pequeño video de 11 minutos musical. Y después terminaremos con un brindis. Así que, bueno, estamos también en vivo por nuestro canal de Facebook. Y estamos grabando esta reunión para después tenerla online en nuestro Facebook también. So there we go. We'll start then first with Guillermo Santana Mackinlay and your biography of Robert Burns.
Okay, thank you, John. Good evening to everybody. Bueno, les voy a comentar brevemente algo sobre esta persona tan conocida para todos que es Robert Burns. Como ustedes saben, hoy el 25 de enero se celebra la fecha de su nacimiento, el 25 de enero de 1759. Él nació en una localidad del condado de Ayrshire que se llama Alloway. Robert Burns era hijo de William Burns y de Agnes Brown. Ambos eran en realidad granjeros y, digamos, su extracción social era bastante humilde. Dentro de la estructura en Escocia en la época, ellos no eran terratenientes, sino era lo que llamaban taxman, que vendría a ser una suerte de arrendatario, ¿no es cierto? No obstante, tenían un compromiso muy fuerte con la educación, así que Robert recibió una buena educación para lo que era la época y tuvo influencia de escritores relevantes de la época, ¿no es cierto? Entonces, bueno, él desde temprano desarrolló este interés por la poesía, aunque al principio no tuvo realmente mucho éxito y eso obligó a que tuviera que seguir con las tareas duras de la granja, arar y todo lo demás, ¿no? De hecho, en Escocia a veces se lo llama con cariño el poeta labrador. Bueno, la verdad es que bueno, él, amén de que tenía que mantenerse con estas tareas, tenía un amor muy profundo por el tema de la poesía y hay que comentar que también tenía un amor muy grande por las mujeres y la buena vida. Esto fue algo característico de la vida de Robert Burns a lo largo de toda su vida. Si bien él se casó con Jean Armour y tuvo varios hijos con ella, nunca pudo mantenerse lejos de mantener otras relaciones con otras mujeres, muchas de las cuales fueron una inspiración para varios de sus poemas, el más famoso, Avon Kiss. Quizás la mujer de la que se enamoró más fue Mary Himble, conocida como Highland Mary. Para los que han viajado a Escocia, en la ciudad de Dunoon hay una estatua que mira a través del estuario del Clyde hacia Ayrshire. En su momento se cuenta que Robert Burns quería huir con ella y venir a América, pero luego desistió cuando Mary Himble falleció. Entonces, bueno, él se dedicó, continuó con sus tareas, tuvo algunos problemas financieros por los que había en parte gastado lo que había podido ahorrar de la venta de sus poemas, así que en sus últimos años él trabajó como agente de la aduana, exciseman, cobrador de impuestos. Respecto del gaélico, a lo cual más tarde me voy a referir un momentito en alguna de las lecturas de los poemas, él viajó al norte de Escocia, lo que se llama las tierras altas o Gaeltacht, y incorporó algunos temas y melodías gaélicas también a sus canciones y poemas, de los cuales escribió muchísimos, más de 100. Pero la realidad es que él nunca aprendió en sí el gaélico. O sea, si bien él en la zona que hablaba, se hablaba Scots, la gente que publicó sus poemas de alguna manera buscó que los escribiera en inglés, o podríamos decir inglés escocés, con incorporación de algunas palabras del Scots. Sin embargo, él tuvo un amor y un reconocimiento por el tema del gaélico, al punto, no solo que se enamoró de Mary Heimberg, que era justamente de las Tierras Altas, sino que también a su mascota, su pet, su perro favorito, lo llamó Lua, que significa veloz. Por último, bueno, lo que puedo comentar, sobre todo en relación al poema que luego voy a leer, él era, tenía un pensamiento bastante, podríamos decir, no convencional para la época, y eso aparece en sus poemas, no solo en la liberalidad de su vida, sino también en cuanto a los ideales que él abrazó, que eran básicamente los de la Revolución Francesa, la libertad, igualdad y fraternidad. El hecho de que él tuviera estos ideales republicanos y democráticos en su momento no le valieron ser muy bien visto, particularmente por la aristocracia más conservadora, ¿no es cierto? O sea, su pensamiento era más bien radical, ¿no es cierto? Bueno, y finalmente, para no extenderme mucho, tuvo una vida muy prolífica en cuanto a los hijos y muy creativa y productiva en su poesía, pero bueno, falleció muy joven, a los 37 años, a consecuencia de un mal estado de salud, en Ellisland, en Dumfries, el 21 de julio de 1796. Eso sería todo por ahora.
Muchas gracias, Guillermo. Thank you very much, William. So for those from Scotland, that was a short biography given by Mr. Santana Mackinlay. Bueno, vamos ahora a empezar con la lectura de los poemas. So we start now with the reading of the poems, or the addressing. En primer lugar, vamos a empezar con el address to a Haggis. So we start with the address to the Haggis. That will be given by our good friend Fraser Brown. Fraser Brown is from the Black Watch Association. Let me find you, Fraser, so I'll put you on spotlight. There you go. Very well, Fraser. All yours.
Okay. The address to the Haggis. Fair fa your honest, sonsy face, great chieftain of the pudding race, of in the ma ye tak your place, bench, tripe, or therm. Weel are ye worthy o a grace, as long as my arm. The groaning trencher there you fill, your hubbies like a distant hill, your pin would help to mend a mill in time of need, while through your pores the dews distill, like amber bead. His knife see rustic labour death, and cut you up with ready slecht, trenching your gushing entrails breath like ony ditch, and then, oh, what a glorious sight, warm, reeking, rich. Then horn for horn they stretch and strive, they'll tak the hindmast. On they drive. The lather wheels swag kites be live and bent like drums. Then Auld good man must like to arrive with thanket hums, as there that out his French ragout, or olio would stow a sou, or fricassee would make her spew with perfect sculler, looks down with sneering scornful view on sick a dinner. Poor devil, see him o'er his trashes, feckless as a withered rash, his spindle shank a gid whiplash, his knave Anna. Through bloody flood or field to dash, oh, how unfit. But mark the rustic Haggis fed, the trembling earth resounds his tread, clap in his wally knave a blade. He'll make it whistle, and legs and arms and head will snap like tops of thistles. Ye powers wha mak mankind your care, and dish them out their bill of fare. Old Scotland wants nae stinking ware, that drops and luggage. But if you wish her grateful prayer, give her a haggis.
Bravo. Thank you very much, Fraser. Next time, you'll give it to us here personally in Buenos Aires.
Absolutely.
Bueno, ese fue yes, ese fue el address to the haggis. El haggis es un famoso plato de comida, se come tradicionalmente en el Burns Night, así que se le hace una especie de poema especial. Very well, the next poem will be read by our good friend Willie Mackay from Scotland. And we're very grateful for our Scottish friends and readers of poems tonight, because over there it's 11:20, so thanks for staying up at this time. Let me find you, Willie, so I'll put you also in spotlight. Just a minute. Bueno, el siguiente poema lo va a leer Willie Mackay desde Escocia. Se llama el Holy Willie's Prayer. Y él está en Escocia ahora, así que vamos a buscarlo, lo pongo en spotlight. Y hace un tone show. Okay, Willie, all yours. You're muted. There you go.
O thou, wha in the heavens does dwell, wha as it pleases best thyself, sings into heaven and tend to hell, for thy glory, and no for any good nor ill they've done before thee. Bless and praise thy matchless might, when thousands left, though in the night, that I am here before thy sight, for gifts and grace, a burning and a shining light, to all this place. What was I, or my generation, that I should get sick exaltation, and what deserve most just damnation for broken laws 6,000 years ere my creation through Adam's cause? When frae my mother's womb I fell, the mighty plunged me into hell, to gash my gooms, to weep and wail in burning lakes, where damned devils roared and yelled, chained to their stakes. Yet here I am, a chosen sample, to show thy grace is great and ample. I'm here a pillar of thy temple, strong as a rock, a guide, a buckler, an example to all thy flock. O Lord, thou kings, what zeal I bear, when drinkers drink and swearers swear, and singing here and dancing there, with great and small. For I am keeped by thy fear, free frae them all. O Lord, thou kings, confess I must. At times I'm fast with fleshly lust, and sometimes too in worldly trust, while self gets in, but thou remembers we are dust defiled by sin. O Lord, yes, thou kens to make thy pardon I sincerely beg, and may there be a living plague to my dishonour, and I'll never lift a lawless leg again upon her. Besides, I further man about Willie's his last 3 times I trow, but Lord, that Friday I was fool when I come near her, or else thou kens thy servants true would never steal her. Maybe thou let's this fleshly thorn buffet thy servants in the morn, lest he o'er proud and high should turn that he say gifted, if say thy hondman's in been born, until thou lift it. Lord, bless thy chosen in this place, for here thou hast a chosen race, and God confound their stubborn face and blast their name. Why bring thy elders to disgrace and open shame? O Lord my God, and Gavin Hamilton's deserts, he drinks and swears and plays at cares, and his money taken heirs with great and small, free gods and priests and people's heirs, he steals awa. And when we chasten him, therefore, you ken so he bred sick a splore and set the world in a roar, laughing, so kale and potatoes. Lord, hear my earnest cry and prayer against on Presbyterian air. The strong right hand, Lord, make it bear upon their heads. Lord, visit them and dinna spare for their misdeeds. Oh God, that glib tongue solicitor aching, my very heart and fresh were quaking, to think that I sat in court sweating and shocking, and he in court were hanging lip a snacking, held up his head, and I sat paged with dread. Lord, in thy day of vengeance triumph, Lord, visit them what did employ him, and pass not in thy mercy by them, nor hear their prayer. For thy people's sake, destroy them, and dinna spare. But Lord, remember me and mine, with mercies liberal and divine, that I for grace and gear thy shine excel by name. And the glory, Lord, shall be thine. Amen. Amen.
Bravo, Willie. Excellent. Thank you very much. Very nice. As mentioned with Fraser, we'll expect you to come and do the same Willie's prayer next time here in Argentina with your pajamas. Right. Bueno, el siguiente poema lo va a leer. El siguiente poema lo lee. Sí, Pamela Dickin, del St. Andrew's Society of the River Plate. Ella va a leer My Heart's in the Highlands. The next poem will be read by Pamela Dickin from our St. Andrew's Society of the River Plate here in Buenos Aires. So Pamela, let me find you and I'll put you on spotlight as I did with the others. Just a minute.
My Heart's in the Highlands by Robert Burns. My heart's in the Highlands. My heart is not here. My heart's in the Highlands a-chasing the deer, a-chasing the wild deer and following the roe. My heart's in the Highlands, wherever I go. Farewell to the Highlands, farewell to the North, the birthplace of valor, the country of worth. Wherever I wander, wherever I rove, the hills of the Highlands forever I love. Farewell to the mountains, high covered with snow. Farewell to the straths and green valleys below. Farewell to the forests and wild hanging woods. Farewell to the torrents and loud pouring floods. My heart's in the Highlands. My heart is not here. My heart's in the Highlands a-chasing the deer, a-chasing the wild deer and following the roe. My heart's in the Highlands wherever I go.
Muchas gracias, Pamela. Thank you very much, Pamela. Much appreciated. Very well. El próximo poema lo va a leer nuestro amigo escocés Jake Tristam, que trabaja en Bede's College. The next poem will be read by Jake Tristam. He's a Scot. He's living in Argentina. Jake, let me find you, so I'll put you on spotlight first. And Jake will be reading the poem Tuamus. Okay, Jake, go ahead. Thank you.
Tuamus by Robert Burns. We sleekit coor and timorous beastie. Oh, what a panic's in that breastie. That wouldn't start a wa sae hasty. with bicker and brattle, I would be loath to run and chase thee with murder and paddle. I'm truly sorry man's dominion has broken nature's social union, and leaves thee and justifies that ill opinion. What makes thee startle at me, thy poor earth-born companion and fellow mortal? I doubt na whiles that thou maun thieve. What then, poor beastie, thou maun live? A dame in Icarina thraves a small request. I'll get my blessing with a lathe, and ne'er miss it. That wee bit hoosey to and ruin, it's silly where the winds are strewing, and Nathan new to big a newin o' forage green, and bleak December's winds ensuing, both snell and keen. Thou saw the fields lay wearing bare and waste, and weary winter coming fast, and cozy here beneath the blast thou thought to dwell, till crash the cool coulter past out through thy cell. That wee bit heap o' leaves and stibble has cost thee mony a weary nibble. Now thou's turned out for all thy trouble, but house or hold, to thole the winter's sleety dribble, Cranrach cold. But Moosey, thou art no thy lane, improving foresight may be vain. The best laid schemes o' mice and men gang after lay, and leave us naught but grief and pain for promised joy. Still thou art blessed compared with me, the present only toucheth thee, but och, I backward cast my eye on prospects drear, and forward, though I cannot see, I guess and fear.
Fantastic, Jake. Thank you very much also. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
Thanks for your contribution, and nice to meet you virtually for the first time.
Thank you. Nice to meet you, John.
Muy bien. El próximo poema es lo va a leer Guillermo Santana Mackinlay. A man's the man for that. Next poem by Guillermo Santana Mackinlay, the famous A Man's for that. And Guillermo is an expert in Argentina on Gaelic. So I think he's going to give us a Gaelic version also of the poem. So Guillermo, let me find you, and I'll also put you on spotlight. Just a minute.
Okay. Thank you.
There you go.
Okay. Yes, I will read the original version first, then in Gaelic, and then a translation I did myself into Spanish. So please forgive the last piece that does not reflect the talent of the poet, but is for the purpose of the people that do not understand English and know Gaelic, so that they can follow the text. Okay. I just selected three stanzas of the poem. Voy a leer tres estrofas del poema, primero en el original, luego en gaélico y luego en castellano. Is there for honest poverty that hangs his head and all that? The coward slave we pass him by, we dare be poor for all that. For all that and all that, our toils obscure and all that. The rank is but the guinness stamp, the man's the gowd for all that. A prince can make velted knight, a marquis duke and all that. But an honest man saboon his might, good faith him honour for that. For all that and all that, their dignities and all that, the pith of sense and pride of worth are higher rank than all that. Then let us pray that come it may, as come it will for all that sense and worth o'er the earth shall bear the gree and all that. For all that and all that, it's coming yet for all that man to man the world over shall brothers be for all that. A continuación, el texto traducido por el reverendo Rory Mackay. Adile aan, de grammese gaan, de enish volk getashen. Shachin en troegen het een draadj, die shinje boch getashen. Getashen, ar suiger goort getashen. Chaneel sa Nineveh ach een stamp, shin dunjen hoor getashen. Ni proense rietje de gendal, narkes na duch getashen. ach dynne sar, chadjien gebrach, chachures trach getashen, getashen, am ferrestor getashen, ha kiel is oil, anska, na hama, fat is kion getashen. Sin gyamid kentiken da, is hiek na hra getashen, Sen riech ansen hadel van, tuiksje sa getashen, getashen, de tjach, han la getashen, ha kanlich verle graag, maar vraren bij getashen. Y mi humilde rendering o traducción para comprender estas estrofas dicen así: es por una pobreza honesta que inclina su cabeza por eso. Del esclavo cobarde renegamos, osamos ser pobres por eso. Por todo eso, nuestros humildes oficios y eso. El rango no es más que la efigie, el hombre es el oro por todo eso. ¿Podrá un príncipe a un caballero ordenar, un marqués, un duque y otros más? Pero un hombre honesto jamás podrá, ni la buena fe, no podrá por eso. Por eso y por todo eso, sus títulos y todo eso, la esencia del sentido y el orgullo del propio valor son más dignos que todo eso. Roguemos que llegue el día, y llegará, por todo eso, en que el sentido y el valor primen en el mundo por eso y por todo eso está al llegar. Por eso, que hombre con hombre en todo el mundo, hermanos sean por todo eso. Un comentario final: este poema, esta canción en realidad, fue cantada el día de la apertura del Parlamento escocés en el acto de devolución en el año 1999 y fue seleccionada por representar de todas las canciones y composiciones lo que se juzgó el verdadero espíritu escocés. Espero que les haya gustado.
Excelente, Guillermo, muchísimas gracias siempre por tus aportes más que interesantes, muy agradecidos, en serio. Para terminar con poemas, vamos a invitar al reverendo Douglas Robertson de la Iglesia Presbiteriana a que nos lea el famoso Auld Lang Syne que siempre hemos escuchado, cantado, pero bueno, el reverendo nos va a leer las estrofas de esta canción, poema. Now we'll go on to, finally, the last poem is Auld Lang Syne, will be read by Reverend Douglas Robertson. And so let me find you, Douglas, just a minute. Okay. Put the spotlight. Right. Okay, Douglas, go ahead. Thank you.
I have to apologize to my Scottish friends. You're going to have this read with a very English accent. I'm so sorry about that. I hope the rendering will be acceptable enough. I didn't realize that the standard of the poems and everything that's been read would be so high, so I'm feeling a bit embarrassed at the moment. So John, you'll have to buy me lunch after this one. I didn't realize it was going to be like this. When Auld Lang Syne. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and Auld Lang Syne? For Auld Lang Syne, my dear, for Auld Lang Syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for Auld Lang Syne. And surely you'll buy your pint cup, and surely I'll buy mine, and we'll take a cup of kindness yet for Auld Lang Syne. We too have run about the hills and picked the daisies fine, but we've wandered many a weary foot since Auld Lang Syne. We too have paddled in the stream from morning sun till dine, but seas between us broad have roared since Auld Lang Syne. And there's a hand, my trusty friend, and give me a hand o' thine, and we'll take a right good will draught for Auld Lang Syne.
Perfect, Douglas. Fantastic. And no need to apologize because the majority of us are here in Argentina and we don't understand Scot or Gaelic. So your English version is very appreciated for the majority. And we thank you for your participation in this virtual Zoom.
Thanks.
Tonight. Bueno, como habrán visto, muchos de los poemas se han leído en el idioma escocés, que no es inglés, es parecido, pero no es lo mismo. Entonces, a veces no se entiende muy bien lo que está diciendo la persona. Pero bueno, los poemas los vamos a compartir en nuestro Facebook y para que los puedan leer y en inglés y en escocés. Bueno, so that's the end of the reading of the poems. We'll invite you to get a glass of water or whiskey or beer for a toast in 10 minutes time. We'll first share a short video we prepared for this evening. Los invitamos a preparar su vaso de cerveza, agua, whisky para hacer un brindis, que lo vamos a hacer después de compartir con todos ustedes un pequeño video que hemos preparado. The video, we want to thank especially those who were able to participate and to send in material. Because of COVID, it's not easy to get together and organize something and for this special time. But anyway, so we're very appreciative to Michael Flight, President of the South American President. Let me see, Michael, are you there? Yes. Let me find Mike. I'd like to introduce you to Michael Flight. Michael, just briefly, thank you first. Thank you very much. And just tell us a bit about you.
Well, I'm actually, it's tea time here in Texas, which is where we live. So we're having a cup of tea, watching this wonderful video and presentation you put together. And my two kids are actually having a Scottish dancing lesson as we speak. So that's also great for the occasion. So besides that, I'm the current president of the Scottish Pipe Band Association of South America. I'm a piper, and I'm playing here in Texas, and whenever I can, I go down to Argentina and play with my band, the Centrano Society of the River Plate. And I used to play the pipes for Pamela also a long time ago, and she used to dance for us too. Just. And I also, as we were listening to Auld Lang Syne, it brought me very good memories of all the Caledonians and events in Argentina. We don't do much of that here in Texas. There is a society here in Texas, but especially it reminded me of when I went to play at the Edinburgh Tattoo a couple of times. So that brought very nice memories. So thank you very much.
Fantastic. Thank you, Michael, very much. Thank you for sending your two videos. So I also like to thank South American Piping Association, SAPA, for their contribution, Mendoza Highlanders, and the dance group called Ushuaia Firelanders. So we'll share now the video with you all. And after the video lasts 11 minutes, we'll just invite everybody for a toast to Burns Night. So let me see if I can share the video. Just a minute. Just a minute.
Hola a todos. Como ya estamos acostumbrándonos en este periodo de pandemia Vamos a hacer más un evento virtual. Un evento virtual, no solamente un evento, una celebración de Burns Night. Un momento para así darnos cuenta de la comunidad escocesa en el mundo, pero en este caso en Argentina. Y muchas gracias por la organización. Yo no tengo mi whisky conmigo porque todavía estoy trabajando, pero les aseguro que durante el evento voy a estar brindando con ustedes virtualmente. Bueno, que vamos adelante.
Hola, somos el South American Piping Association, más comúnmente conocidos como SAPA, la segunda banda más antigua de Sudamérica.
Algunos integrantes vinimos a pasar las vacaciones juntos acá en Villa General Belgrano, Córdoba, y aprovechamos a compartir un Haggis para este Burns Night.
El 2020 fue un año muy complicado para nosotros, difícil para poder ensayar, pero a continuación les vamos a mostrar un video con lo que estuvimos haciendo durante el año. Con ustedes, Michael McDonald's.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and all land sign? For all land sign my job, for all land sign we'll take a cup of kindness yet for all land sign. And surely you'll be your bounced out, and surely I'll be mine, and we'll take a cup of kindness yet for all land sign. We twa here on about the brace and put the gowan fine, but we've won the money a weary fit to no land sign. We twa paddled in the barn, be morns until dine, but seas between us brave he roared since all land sign. And there's a hand my trusty fear, and gies a hand o' thine, and we'll take a right good willie whack for all land sign. For all land sign my job, for all land sign we'll take a cup of kindness yet for all land.
Bueno, espero que les haya gustado el pequeño video que preparamos. Vamos ahora a terminar la noche con un pequeño brindis. Yo le quería pedir a... Vamos a hacerlo en inglés primero. So, to our friends in Scotland, thank you very much for your participation, for joining us tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. And Willie, would you like to give a toast to all of us for Burns Night from Scotland? If you just want to unmute yourself. You got your there you go.
Okay now?
Now, yes, Willie. Wait, let's, everybody, I'm going to toast with beer here in Buenos Aires. It's 33 degrees, so I'll leave the whiskey for another time.
33 degrees. Oh, well done. Well, this is an absolute fantastic pleasure to be here linked to Argentina and Buenos Aires from Scotland. And to toast Robbie Burns, of course, it's customary to have a glass of whiskey, preferably in your hand. Now, when I have a glass of whiskey in my hand, I think of one thing. I think of a poem called The Holy Fair. The Holy Fair was best described as a great night out in Argentina, when everybody was merrily singing along on the wine and the wit was flowing happily and merrily along. But verse 19 in the Holy Fair tells you a wee bit about whiskey, and this is what it goes. And at the end of it, we'll raise our glass to Robbie Burns. So ladies and gentlemen, lees me on drink, it geeses mair than ony school or college. It kindles wit, it wakens leer, it pangs us full of knowledge. Be it whiskey gel, or penny weep, or ony stronger potion, it never fails on drinking deep to kittle up our notion by night or day. Ladies and gentlemen, a toast to Robbie Burns.
Robbie Burns. Thank you very much, Willie. Fantastic as always.
Thank you. Great pleasure to me. Absolutely wonderful. Wonderful.
Nice, nice. Guillermo, would you like to give a toast in, it's Gaelic, not Gaelic? You want to unmute yourself? Your microphone, Guillermo. Okay. You should be able to unmute yourself. There you go.
There it goes. Thank you. Viva. It'll be very short. Viva. Polk Tildonia, a Harston, Suase, Shiase, Hukat agus Hukame. Gumbishiv Slan, agus Gumbi Dovio Fata, agus Kyo Asurtai, Slan Cheva.
Slan Cheva. Muchas gracias. Bueno, haremos un brindis en español para terminar la noche. Les agradecemos a todos su presencia hoy aquí. El agradecimiento especial también para todos los que participaron con la lectura de poemas, a la gente que contribuyó con sus aportes artísticos. Bueno, tendremos este video, estará en nuestro Facebook para que lo puedan ver en otro momento. De parte de los administradores del grupo de Facebook Escoceses en Argentina, muchísimas gracias nuevamente. Y bueno, entonces, un brindis a Robbie Burns. ¡Salud! Y con eso, and so we've finished the Robbie Burns virtual Zoom dinner in Argentina. Once again, thank you very much to all our guests and visitors from Scotland. Fraser, Willie for reading poems. Thank you very much. Jake also, Pamela, Reverend Robertson, Guillermo Santana Mackinlay, of course, and to all of you. Thank you very much. Gente, muchísimas gracias a todos. Nos veremos, ojalá, el año que viene en un Burns Night que no sea virtual, sino presencial. Agradecemos también especialmente a las chicas de Cheryl McNee, que está ahí desde Ushuaia, que contribuyeron con un muy lindo baile. Las hemos hecho famosas. Bueno, muchas gracias a todos y buenas noches. Thank you very much and good night.